Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeannie Street. So tonight I'm going to talk all about mediumship, how you can connect to heaven, and I'm going to take you on a little journey to heaven. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Janine. Doreen. Hello, hello, hello. Perfect. I can at least see the chat. This is so good. So for some reason, I can't get the call number going tonight, but that's okay. We're going to do great. So again, we are going to talk about mediumship in the terms of we all have been given the ability of talking to heaven, of being able to communicate with our departed loved ones. So I'm going to do a kind of a series of shows for you of these like connection points. One will be tonight is going to be how you can connect to heaven, and I'm going to take you on a journey to your lightroom in heaven, and you're going to be able to connect with a departed loved one. So if you know someone who really could use this connection tonight, please share that video. Please tag them in it, because this is really going to be life changing. Why do we want to connect with heaven? So I'm going to give you my quick little spiel about that. I'm going to tell you my do's and my don'ts for leaning in and working with the spirit realm. And I'm going to give you some insider tips of what I use in my angel healer training as well. So as I said, this is going to be a series of kind of like mini tutorials, which I'm really excited to bring you guys. So tonight is going to be your personal connection with a departed loved one in heaven. And yes, I will do my best to take your questions at the end and make connections as well. So coming up in the next couple of weeks, we will, next week I have a guest on, but the week after that, we're going to do animal communication. So again, we're going to talk about what that looks like of connecting to a departed animal. You know, a lot of times we go through our life and we're wondering like, how is our childhood pet doing? And we go through the grieving process, and a lot of people want to know, is it the same heaven? Is it the same experience? So I'm going to bring you on that journey. And then the following week, we're going to do an expansive experience all around a healing, a personal healing. So these are going to be really empowerment series for you guys, and I'm really excited to bring them to you. And I hope that you guys are thrilled too. How I came to decide to do these series, well, this was because you guys, all of you who have sent your kind replies in to the survey I sent out and letting me know like what you want to learn, what you want to see more of, and how you want, what type of content you're really interested in. So that's how I came up with all of this. So that is great. So let me give you, as I'm getting myself settled, I hope that you're excited about what this looks like, about connecting to heaven. So this is my holy shift, this experience of like taking what we're doing and turning it into really leaning into how God wants us to move through life. So what I mean by a holy shift is, you may have remembered from last week, is taking the idea of like you're receiving signs, you're receiving energy, you're receiving guidance, your intuition is always on. And it's about leaning into that divine energy, the holy energy, so that it becomes very vast, it becomes very expansive for your soul, for your personal growth, and it helps you to stay in alignment with what God wants for you. So here we have free will. We've been gifted the ability to connect, to receive, to take our intuition. But a lot of times we're not always doing that in necessarily a God-based way. And what do I mean by that? Well, we know there are tarot card readings and there are angel card readings. We know there's a lot of different type of healers that are available to us, but they're not all equal in how they serve and how they show up. And what you're going to want to do is to make sure that whoever you are working with actually has values that you have, that they have the connection to the highest realm, which is heaven, which is God. You don't want someone that's going to go to universe, that's going to just do psychic energy and connect to that, because that's what's going to be laced with fear. It's going to be laced with um, outcome. It's going to be laced with just mixed energy, not always for your highest and best good. So one of the things I feel like the most important thing that you're going to do, and it's what I teach in my angel healer training, is we're going to talk about this. It's your breath. Breath awareness is how we're going to first learn to connect to our body and to heaven. Breath. And then we're going to learn how to ascend, which means to take yourself out of the physical and put yourself into the veil, into the heavenly realm. And then the third part is going to be the expansion part, is how to expand your energy. So I'm sure you all have heard of energy centers, chakras, correct? Everybody knows this. So inside of your body, we have these energy centers, typically called chakras. And our energy centers are how we are going to expand our energy, how we receive the messages. And when I bring you to the light room in heaven, you're going to notice you're going to receive through your senses. So your senses are going to be how you're going to pick up the communication, the feeling, the smells, the taste, the experience, the holy experience. That's what you're going to do through your senses. Sounds really cool, right? So some of you have come with me on that journey where I've guided you to connect with your core color. This is a big part of the journey, the beginning part, the beginning phases of working with our energy. Because once we learn to connect with the source of who we are, which is you and God together, the core color, the core you, then we can really go into how do we expand that energy outside of our physical being, and then bring it out into our aura, and then bringing out into our etheric being and into the heavenly realm. So if you kind of picture it like this, like going outward from center all the way out. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do a little exercise where we're going to go into our heart center, and we're going to expand the energy with our breath. And it's very important. It's not just about simple breathing, which we all can do. We breathe every day, but this is intentional breathing. This is deep breathing. This is breathing that is going to drop all the way inward, go all the way into that sits bone area, to your root center, and start to really marinate with you. That intentional breathing is how you're going to expand not only your heart center, which is where we're going to work from tonight, but each and every single one of your energy centers, so that you can connect with your departed loved one. So do me a favor to begin with. Let's start with writing down on a piece of paper who you would like to connect with this evening. I'd like to have a goal, someone that that you're going to call in. So let's do that right now. And you can use the chat, those people that are watching live on Facebook, or for the replay that's on YouTube. Please write down who you would like to connect with this evening. Perfect. Beautiful. And notice what that feels like as you start to write that down, as you start to come in alignment with, wow, this is who I'd like to communicate with. Perfect. I see you guys writing in. Perfect. So I'm going to invite you to get yourself in a comfortable position. I like to teach that if we're sitting upright, if we have our spine straight, it is really easy for us to get into that meditative state. You can be sitting in easy pose, guys, which is really beautiful. You can lie down as well. Just like, one of the things I kind of stress in my class is if you're going to be someone that's going to lie down and fall asleep, you may not want to be that person right now. You may want to stay in this awareness, right? Stay in this energy. This is a lot like hypnosis for any of you guys who have gone into hypnosis. because we're going to drop inward. We're going to start letting go of muscles. We're going to start letting go of thoughts. We're going to follow our breath. And then we're going to direct the energy where we want it to go. So you're in control the entire time, which I love. Our intention as we're doing this is the most important thing. Our intention is that we're going to go to the heavenly realm with God, with the holding energy, with the highest and purest love available. That's what's going to make this completely a unique experience and a safe experience. You're with me on that? There's a reason why we want to do that, because we want to receive the highest energy possible. We don't want low level, we don't want dark energy, we don't want trickster energy, which is out there. We want God-based energy. So God says that we can have this communication with our departed loved ones, not as a form of, let's say, addiction, to constantly be stuck in that energy of not releasing or moving through our grief, but actually to work through healing, to work through maybe some painful things in the relationship that we had with that departed loved one, or to expand upon what we're doing here in our life. Does that make sense? So we've been given free will. This connection that we're going to have, it's a miracle. Every single time that I work with you guys, every time I do a reading, there is miraculous energy that's happening, because once we receive the message, it goes into our being and it expands us. So it changes our thought patterns. It shifts our perceptions. It awakens our energy centers. It reminds us that we are not alone, that we are love and we are infinite. Beautiful. So get yourself in a comfortable situation. I've already asked you to connect with that person that you would like to connect with tonight, to call in to your lightroom in heaven. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and just to slowly start breathing. Breathing in through your nose and exhaling out of your mouth. You're going to want to do this with a nice deep inhalation. So you're going to fill all of your belly. So your belly rises. You're going to pause there before you slowly, with control, exhale out of your mouth. I call this cycle breathing. Cycle breathing is how we're going to calm everything down, anything that's happened in the day. And the beautiful part about this cycle breathing is, even if there's noise in the background, it becomes part of your experience. So you don't need absolute quiet to do this meditation, which is really what this is. You just need the willingness to let go of the consciousness in this moment, to let go, to ascend and expand. Okay? So you keep following your breath, and I'm going to give you the guidance as we go on this beautiful journey. So as you're breathing, see if you can take that breath in just a little bit further. And I also would like you to drop your eyes down and follow that breath. So you're rolling them down, and as your eyes are closed, they're inward and down, and you're following the breath into your body. See if you can let go of some of your muscles in your legs. Let go of the muscles in your arms. See if you can drop your shoulders down a little bit and allow your tongue to drop off the roof of your mouth. Allowing your belly to fill, your chest to rise. You're doing great. Just relax. Don't worry about what's to come. Just be in this very moment. I want you to bring your awareness now to the center of your chest. as your eyes are still closed. And just notice a beautiful bright white light. You can imagine this light, shimmery, really beautiful, the seat of your soul. And as you breathe in, your intention is this light is going to grow. Your invitation is this light is going to expand. So you notice that as you breathe inward and your belly rises, that white light begins to fill your chest cavity. And as you exhale, it begins to fill all of your lungs and starts to surround you. It touches the outside of your being. And gently, as you release some tension, I want you to direct this light down your right leg and out your right soul. Just expanding the light. And then bringing your awareness back up into the center of your chest. And now direct that light down the left leg and out your left soul. Beautiful. Right through that lower root chakra, connecting you to your place here on earth. So you know you will be safe and surrounded with love. Now I want you to direct that light so it's beginning to surround your entire being, creating a bubble from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Bring your awareness now down into your hip area, down into the root chakra at the base of your spine. And again, this white light is filling that space, so bright, so warm and vibrant. And you just allow it to become even brighter and even bigger. And it begins to expand out to become part of that bubble that surrounds you. And we're going to move up now to your belly button region, to what's called your sacral chakra. Again, that light starts to fill your belly. Your abdomen feels warm and tingly. And you're going to direct that light out to reach the corners all around that bubble. Notice that you can breathe a little easier as you expand that out. Now bring your awareness to just below your rib cage, to your solar plexus region. And as the white light begins to fill this beautiful space under your lungs, you just effortlessly bring that connection outward so it's surrounding you, touching that bubble, becoming part of that bubble. Moving up to the center of your chest, where this bubble was formed, you're just noticing it's bright and shiny. And just bringing your awareness to this makes that bubble become even more brighter and illuminating. Bringing your awareness up to your throat area, to your throat chakra, bringing in the light here. Noticing all of that tension in your neck, letting go as that light begins to expand outward and connect with your bubble. bringing your awareness up to the center of your forehead, meeting your third eye. And your whole head begins to feel tingly and light. And you just start to let go. And just notice that through your third eye chakra, that light is connecting with your bubble. And bringing your awareness now to the crown of your head. You feel light and airy and free and safe and surrounded by divine holy love. You're just going to allow yourself to let go here with your breath. And as you let go, you begin to ascend up, your awareness up, your awareness up and out of your body. And as you are floating just above your being, you start to feel free and light, letting go even more. You become part of that light bubble. You are that light. You are safe and surrounded by love as you release and let go and ascend a little higher. And as you ascend higher, you notice that this bubble that surrounds your physical being, it begins to grow and expand, and expands further and further away from your physical being, totally protecting it, and feels so safe and loved and nurtured. Just keep breathing and releasing. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light. And now in front of you, you notice a beautiful hallway. And you just notice you can move down this hallway with your awareness effortlessly. And you reach this beautiful door. This door is so beautiful and so inviting. It's your own sacred space. And as you open that door, you enter a most beautiful, brilliantly white room that's filled with furniture and this comfort. It's so heavenly-like. And as you step in, you realize it is heaven. You are in your own safe, heavenly space. And that furniture is built to your design, exactly to your liking. The beautiful white couch and chair and table. So you just walk in the room and you decide to sit down. And here in this heavenly space, you are filled with love, with even more love. You notice there's a door on the other side of the room. This door is for your loved ones to come through. This is the door to the heavenly realm. And as you sit with excitement, you know that you are safe and protected. You know this is a holy experience meant for your highest and best good. And you just notice this door beginning to open, and the warmest rays of light come flooding in. And there before you, standing, is your loved one. And you just receive their energy. You just notice through your senses what you see, what you smell, what you taste, what you hear, what you feel, and what you know. You realize you can speak to them without even saying the words out loud. You can ask one question and receive the answer instantaneously. This moment is meant for you. Take it all in. And now it's time for your loved one to return. And as they leave the room, you also are automatically transported back into that hallway, returning to just above your body. As you come into your physical being, you notice the warmth has stayed with you. The love has filled all of the voids within. And as you breathe in, you just notice that you're bringing your bubble now closer to your being. Purification of your aura, of your energy centers had happened effortlessly. And as that aura begins to reach the outside of your shoulders, you feel it touching your being. You feel safe and secure, happy and blessed. You feel the weight of your arms and the weight of your legs. You feel your belly again. Take a nice deep inhalation and start to feel fully integrated. Tapping your legs and your arms before you slowly open your eyes and begin to take in the light of the room and your physical surroundings. Come back in. Welcome back. How was your holy experience? How was your holy experience? So we're going to run through some questions now. And if you'd like to write these down, that'd be beautiful. You can add them in the chat as well. When you reached the doorway to your lightroom, were you able to see the physical door? Were you able to see the door? When you were at that door, were you able to touch that door? Were you able to touch the door? Did you feel it on your hands? When you walked into the room, were you able to smell anything? When you were sitting on the sofa and your loved one came in, were you able to hear them? Could you feel the sofa as you sat on it? Did you have a knowing that you were in the heavenly realm? Did you have a knowing? You see, your senses tell the story. So for all of you who have thought, I don't have signs, I can't connect with my loved one, you just might not be open to receiving the way they are communicating with you. because you felt the door, if you felt the furniture, if you smelt something, if you had a taste come through, that's how they're speaking to you. I see your yeses. I could hear them. Beautiful, beautiful, Jen. Happy tears, definitely, right? So amazing. Absolutely. Did you see the loved one that you had written down on the paper? Was that who you saw? I'm just curious. There are times that we have an agenda, and our agenda interferes with what God wants from us, wants for us too, not from us. What he wants for us. So I always like to say, we come with an agenda. Right, Shonda, beautiful, beautiful. Well, we come with agenda, God laughs. He's like, it's okay. Like, that's great. And you come, you think you need this, but you're going to receive exactly what is meant for you. Right? You may want this, but you're going to receive what you actually need. So if your loved one, you did see Liz, oh, beautiful. You saw your uncle, perfect. You saw who you wanted. I'm just asking, did you see the loved one that you wanted? Doreen, it just takes a little practice, love. Don't get frustrated that you didn't have an experience. And we actually moved pretty quickly. So I'm impressed with the ones that did connect. And the reason I do this, and I do it in my angel healer training too, is we will move quickly because when we get too heady and we're very logical, it is much harder for us to move into the heavenly realm. So they have me go quick in order to have you have that quick experience and get you out of your head. So just you can return to this again and go through it again, even in your own time and in your own language, which is really beautiful. Or you can come to my angel healer training and dive into what it might look like to work with your gifts, to expand your energy, and to see what more is available to you. That is what the angel healer training is all about. It's about having very expansive experiences. It's about taking our energy and moving through the challenges in front of us to be the light first for ourselves, and then for the people that are around us, and then for our work, right? So really it is in that order to do it that way. Like, first and foremost, it's for you. This work is for you. So when you start to dive in and really start to open up these energy centers, what you'll notice is there's going to be a healing that happens. And maybe you have joined me when I've done the soul scanning. I've taught you guys how to do the soul scanning. Well, this is one of the reasons we do the soul scanning, so we can see where our energy centers are at, what the health or well-being of that energy center is, so we know what we're working with and how to expand it and how to bring in the light to heal those blocks. So this work, just connecting to heaven, what you guys did today, is actually healing for your energy, because you release without even realizing. So you might feel a little free, you might feel a little tingly. And I'm curious if that is you tonight. So I'm going to open up for questions. I know I don't have the call in, but if you have a question or comment or concern, you can put it into the chat and I will read it and answer that for you. And I'm sorry I don't have the call line tonight. It just wasn't participating with me, but that's okay. Shonda, you saw your sister. Oh my gosh, I love that. So beautiful. Doreen, what do you mean too much? What was too much? Nicole feels lighter. I'm going to move my phone closer so I can see all your beautiful messages. I love that you saw Liz. This is a really special experience that that we've just gone through, guys. It's a holy experience. It's nothing to take lightly. Being able to connect to heaven in this way will radically shift your life. It has a profound effect on your well-being. Too much going on around me. Totally understand, Doreen. So try this again when maybe it's a little quieter for you. Learning to tune out is exhausting, but learning to have it come in and be part of your meditation is much easier. That's what I have found. Whatever happens around me, the dog barking, this, it has to become part of my experience. Nicole said that her loved one hugged her and told me she never left me and never will. Yes, beautiful. Cheryl feels very relaxed and loved. That is the point. Dropping into our heart center and directing the light, directing what you did there, what that experience was connecting you to your place here on earth. Number one, we took the love, the center, the seat of our soul, we expanded it, our ability to give and receive love, we expanded it to this really amazing space. And then we directed it down our legs to our lower root chakras, which is our connection point. These are called Christ points. This is where we stand confidently in our life in the physical realm. And then we move through each energy center with a purification. That's what you guys did. You did this tonight, which is so amazing. And then we went to our aura. We expanded. Like I told you, we were going to use our breath, right? We were going to ascend, which you did. You went up. And then we expanded our energy and we made our energy go all the way out. And then we were in the veil. So you see, the veil isn't like far away. It's not way above us. It's not in the clouds. It's here. Heaven is here. Your loved ones are here. So the whole experience is just about shifting your perception. And I kind of feel like, for me, it's like you're moving out of the way. You're just moving out of the way and it's right here. Right. Shonda, my sister, my mom and dad are always with me. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So I feel so blessed to have shared this with you guys tonight. I really hope that it serves you and brings you so much love and so much joy. Absolutely. Jen, I felt I needed that hug from my loved one, right? My uncle and my grandfather, and the tears, but I needed to release. That is so beautiful because our release is our healing. We try to go through life holding it all together. How many times have you said that? Like, I'm trying to do this. Oh, I'm working on this. That's the problem, right? When we try, it's more about the being. It's about filling ourselves back up and then being that light. So I invite you to, go through this again. Do it on your own time. See if you can guide yourself through it and really have an amazing experience, right? Beautiful. And if you are interested in the Angel Healer training, it is June 4th and 5th. And we are going to do much more of this, way more. It's just the tip of the iceberg, really. These experiences are very vast and really valuable for our well-being, for our personal health. All right, lovies. Well, I hope that you have a beautiful night. And I know what I know because angels don't lie. God bless you guys. Take care.
When she smiles at you, she'll say, angels don't lie.